welcome to my kitchen. If you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're returning to my kitchen, welcome back. Today I'm making delicious summer corn, and I'll show you the 3 ways I like to prepare it. I'll get started and show you next. The quick and easy way to prepare my corn is in the microwave. Remove some of the husk, but leave the majority of it on. And it goes just like this into the microwave. 4 minutes per ear. If you do 2 at a time, I would increase your time by 7 minutes. Alright, so my corn is done, and since it's so hot and it just came out of the microwave, I'm going to use my little grill mitt. And the cool thing about this corn is not only is it quick to make, but it's super easy to pull out of its husk. So with using a bread knife, as you can see, I cut at the end. I quickly removed the husk, and the silk came right out with it. And next it's ready to dress with butter and salt and pepper. So the second way I like to prepare my corn is in a butter bath. And it's basically boiling the corn, and to the water I'm going to add butter and honey, milk, and salt. I prepare my corn by peeling it, removing the silk and the husk, cutting each ear of corn in half, and next it heads to the butter bath, and I'm going to boil it for 8 minutes. Alright, so I'm going to add 4 cups of water, turn my burner on high, and bring this to a boil. Alright, so now that my water is at a boil, I am going to add a stick of unsalted butter and 1 cup of milk and 1/4 of a cup of honey. Alright, now I'm giving it a quick stir. And next I'm going to add 1/2 a teaspoon of salt. Stir it all really well together. And as soon as our butter is melted, in goes the corn. Cooking it with this method will give it a nice, sweet, buttery taste. Alright, next goes in my corn. And the timer for 8 minutes. It isn't a bad idea to double check the doneness of your corn, like pulling off a little kernel, and giving it a try. It's all ready to go. It's delicious. So I have my corn, and I'm ready to give it a taste test. It's good just like this. Or, of course, if you're like me, you're going to add more butter to it. The best part of summer, right here. Even though I try to pick the best corn I can, there's always surprises, and no big deal. I just cut off the bad piece. I'm removing all the silk, as you can see here, and I'm going to cover it back up. All right, and we'll let the corn soak for 30 minutes. Okay, so I preheated my grill, and my corn had a nice long soak. And next I'm going to grill it for 20 minutes, turning it every 5 minutes. Alright, so my corn is on the grill and it's almost ready. And this corn I'm actually going to dress Mexican style, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to put on it. I'm going to brush Mexican crema on each ear of corn, and Mexican crema is similar to sour cream. If you don't have Mexican crema in your location, you can certainly use a regular sour cream and add a little bit of milk to it or heavy cream and stir it until it has this nice creamy consistency. I'm also going to sprinkle some cotijacheese, which is white in color, firm, dry in texture, and salty and milky in flavor. If you can't find this cheese in your area, you can certainly substitute with Parmigiano Reggiano or just Parmesan cheese as well. I am going to sprinkle this seasoning, which is called Tajin, and I actually ordered this on Amazon because I couldn't find it in my local market. It's a wonderful spice blend, and I just love the lime flavor it has as well. And then lastly, I will sprinkle salt and pepper. Here's my ear of corn hot off the grill. Let me show you first of all how I like to tie my corn. So I have a little bit of husk left, and what I'm going to do, as you can see here, I have these little strands, and I'm going to put one over the other and tie it in knots. If I can here, this is actually kind of dry. Dried out from the grill. And I'm going to cut the other pieces off, and this gives you a little handle for eating. All right, so I'm going to start out with the Mexican crema, and I'm just going to brush it all over the corn. Another thing you can substitute with is mayonnaise. I've seen people use mayonnaise as well. So as you can see here, I'm just coating it right up. And next I'm gonna sprinkle it with the cheese. I hope you can find this cheese in your area because it's perfect with the corn because it's so salty. And it's just a great complement to this style of corn. All right, so now a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and lastly I'm going to add the Tajin seasoning. Just a little sprinkling of that is fine. And it's ready for you to enjoy. So this recipe is my favorite of the three that I've showed you. It's pretty in presentation and full of so much flavor, and I add an additional bit of flavor by squirting a little bit of lime juice on top of it. It's a little messy to eat, but worth the struggle. It's so delicious. If you haven't had Mexican corn, I hope this inspires you to give it a try. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share with a friend, and subscribe so you can follow along in all of my culinary adventures. Thanks so much. See you next time.